Hello, scientists. My name is Mr. Frills. I am the principal at KIPP St Academy here in St. Louis. And welcome to Room 9, our region's largest classroom. Today, your time with me is typically for second graders, but if there's other people that want to join to learn more about science, come on in the room. We are happy to have you. Today's phenomenon is regarding landforms. Today we're going to observe and describe properties of earth materials that make up landforms and describe the ways that the landforms are formed. But first, we got to talk about what do even landforms look like and what are they? I'm going to show you a picture of a landform. We're going to spend time drawing one. So go ahead and get your pencil and your paper ready. And while you do that, Mr. Frills is going to put the picture up on the screen. Give me 1 second. Look at this amazing picture of a place that actually exists and all the different landforms. And as this landform is here, there's so many things that make it up. But let's take a moment to draw it. I have my marker and my paper ready so you can see mine. And let's look at it together and see if we can do it. I see the blue sky. That's not really the landform, but we gotta have a sky. And it goes down to the side a little bit here. Perfect. I also see a mountain. Now the mountain is a part of a landform. And if you see it, you'll see that it is massive and it goes all the way down, something like that. And inside is the mountain. Got our little peaks of it and the parts that look pretty rough as they come down here. But you'll notice that when it gets about right here, the color changes because the mountain stops. And now we're down with the soil and the grass to make it a little greener. It looks like this. A green here, it goes along, it comes down here, all of this. Nice, goes all the way down. Let's call all that here. All of that is grass. And that shows our picture. Now, if you're saying, Mr. Frills, that's not as neat as it should be, I agree. It could be much better. But I didn't think it needed to be perfect because I know yours won't be perfect. But I just wanted to show you a little bit. On this side, you'll see more green. And I'm wondering, what is the blue stuff that's in the middle that's separating all the green stuff? What's the blue stuff that's in the middle that's separating all the green stuff? Let's see. What do you think it is? If you said water, then you're probably right. There's a river that is running through the two pieces of grass on either side. A mountain is here. We have a little sky up here in the back. Sky, mountain, grass on either side. I also noticed that there's more rock down here at the bottom of the green of the grass. So I'm going to put a little more here because that could be an important part of our landform as well. So I'm going to put that there. Wow. So if we really look at the picture that we have on the screen and what Mr. Frills drew or what you drew, it's pretty close. It's a landform and it exists. We have our mountain. We have small hills over here. We have rivers. That's a body of water. And then we have more grass over here. And it looks like some kind of stone over here in the bottom. And we're going to talk more about what that could be in a moment. But wow, we spent some time talking about them. Let's see if we can actually identify them. So I have a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of rocks here that I want to show you so we can talk about them. The first is called sandstone. Sandstone looks like this. This is what sandstone looks like. As you can see, it has the lines across. That's probably formed because of the river that flows past it. It's a little dry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the time to write the description of each one. The description I'll write in red. The type of landform I'll write in brown. But let's just start with our red part first. Because the red, I want to just make sure that we have a description. And we'll talk about what kind of landform type of landform it actually could form later. So the description, I'll say rough, striped, because it was rough and it was striped. I would say solid, I don't know, I would say kind of dry. Seems very dry, especially on those parts right there. Dry. Wonder what else we could say about it. I would say maybe Mr. Frills struggles with his colors a little bit, but maybe kind of reddish. I'm just gonna put reddish here. R-E-D-D-I-S-H. So we got rough, striped, solid, dry, and reddish. We'll come back to see what type of landform it could possibly be. Let's see what else. Our next one is lava rock. The lava rock looks like this. This is what lava rock looks like. Let's take a moment to observe it. Lava rock. Wow. This is what lava rock looks like. Interesting. Let's look at this. So if I do the lava rock and think about what that was, lava rock is rough as well. Whew, that was kind of rough to hold. It has holes in it, which is probably made from something to do with the lava. Let's see what else. At times, kind of pointy and sharp. Pointy, sharp. And I would say it's a little more brown than red than the last one. So I'm going to put brownish red. Brownish red. Nice. So I got brownish red. I have, let's see, I have holes. It's pointy and sharp. Let's see if we can get some more things on our screen to see what we have. Let's do it. We now have a little more left. Our next one is talc. This is what talc looks like. This is what talc looks like. Talc is very bright and light. And it's pretty smooth all around. Just small little ridges, but not as, I can move my finger across it. And I couldn't do that with the lava rock. It was kind of hard to move my finger across it. So let's see if we can write some descriptions about it. I'm going to say light. Make a little separation here for ourselves. Light, kind of smooth. Let's see what else. How else would we describe it? There's so many things we could say about it. I'm going to say also just small specks of color, specks of color. Perfect. Our next one is calcite. Calcite is a helpful one to see, but it looks so interesting in the light. If you take a look at it, you'll see that it has a bit of a shine to it. So you can see the light on it there. And it's super smooth all the way across, almost like glass. See how flat that is? That surface is super flat. So that's calcite. Wow, we are observing types of rock, because types of rock help make our landforms. We're going to say what type of landforms those are. Let's see. So, calcite. Calcite is smooth, shiny, light, bright. It also looks like it has like really small layers. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like it has really small layers on it. So like there's a layer right here, and then below it is another layer. So I'm gonna say layered. Layered. Perfect. And then our very last one is granite. Now, you may have heard people talk about granite, like granite countertop, or granite floor, or granite finishings in a bathroom. This is what granite looks like when it's in its raw form before they made it look pretty for a house. This is what granite looks like. I would say kind of colorful, not too rough and not too smooth. Specks of black in it. And then it also, too, has a little shine to it. It's kind of hard for you to see on this one. But it shimmers a little bit. Not so much shines, but shimmers. So I'll put shimmer, specks of black, colorful, and then smooth and rough, but not too smooth and not too rough. Perfect. So you've seen now what I have, the rocks that we have, and the types of rocks that exist. We've looked at our picture to see what a landform can look like, because we know that landforms are made of rock and soil. We're not going to spend time talking about soil because you've seen a lot of that, but we're going to spend time talking about the rock. And we've had 5 of them here. We've had sandstone, lava rock, talc, calcite, and granite. Let's see what else we can learn about these things. All right, so we now know that they exist. Let's learn a little bit more about the landforms and the rocks that help make the landforms, or the landforms that are made by the rocks. Let's do it. So we had sandstone. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of sandstone live and in action. And you can see that it exists all around this. And though this may look small in the picture, this is a massive piece of sandstone all the way around. The thing that we should know as scientists is that sandstone exists typically because rivers run through them and the riverbeds create them. And as the riverbeds run through them and create the sandstone, they ultimately sometimes create canyons. And I don't know if you remember this, but canyons are typically things that are down at the bottom of mountains as they're at the bottom there. So it looks like this. We're gonna write canyon here as our type of landform. Canyon. And then it looks like this. It points down because this is the mountains over here, and the canyon is right in the middle there. So canyon. And you can see that here as the river runs through those pieces there. So it points down. Our next one looks like this. What do you think this is? This is lava rock. And lava rock is typically found near volcanoes. Volcanoes. And we know what volcanoes look like. They have a little open at the top. At times spit out the lava as they go out. But the lava rock that we find is typically near an eruptive volcano or a volcano that is being formed. So lava rock, that's the rough one with the holes. I'll hold it up for you again. And it looks like this, and you can see it on the picture there. Let's look at our next one. Our next one looks beautiful. But we gotta keep focused on the rock that made this. The rock that made this is talc. The rock that made this is talc. Talc can be found in many places, typically around mountains. So as you can see over here, here's where our mountains are. So I'll put mountains on this side. Mountains. We know mountains just look like a little peak. Triangle pointing up, they point up. So the canyons, volcanoes, and mountains. Sandstone is found in canyons. Lava rock is found in volcanoes. Talc is found in mountains. Let's see what our next one is. Our next one is another piece of sandstone, and you can see that it goes with the with the canyons that are below. Our next one is calcite. Calcite can be found in caves. Calcite can be found in caves. Caves, like where bats are usually pretty moist and have a lot of water. Calcite is whitish, it's kind of hard and smooth, and it can be found in the caves. So if you're ever in a cave, look for calcite because that's where it'll be. Quick question. Do we think we would find calcite at the top of a mountain? Probably not, because there's not a cave at the top of a mountain. So we probably wouldn't find calcite there. If you're looking for calcite, we should probably go somewhere else. Let's keep going. Our next one is granite. And granite can be found in mountains. Mountains. Just like talc. A little triangle here for our mountains. So we have canyons, volcanoes, mountains, caves, and mountains, all different types of landform that are made by the types of rock that we have, like sandstone, lava rock, talc, calcite, and granite. Let's take a few more seconds to look at more pictures of different landforms. Here we have cliffs, and this is a combination of granite, talc, and sandstone. See the granite, see the talc, see the sandstone. All of it exists. Our next one is a plateau. This is when rocks become flat at the top. We have sandstone here with some cliffs and the rock formation there. The next one that we have, and we haven't talked much about sand, but sand is another type of thing that helps when we talk about soil and sand, those two things help form a landform. They're separate from the rocks, but they definitely are there to help. So we have a lot of sand here. There was a lot of soil in our first picture that we drew. Here we have soil. Look at all the soil that exists around here so that you can see it's a part of the landform. Here's more. We have lava rock, and all of this looks like a bunch of dirt, but it is really hard and tough. So it'd be really hard to walk on or climb. This one is soil and granite. All of this is soil that we see that made the dirt, and then the granite that exists is for our mountain, so that the river runs through. Let's check our chart again. Does granite exist around mountains? It does, which means this would likely be granite. It could also, although it doesn't look like it, it could also be talc, but talc would be much lighter. Let's look at a couple more pictures. This is inside of a cave, so we know inside of a cave, it must be calcite. And then our very last one here, this one is granite. And granite is gray, and we know it can be found in the mountains. So we've learned a lot. But now I want to read a book, because books also give us a ton of information that we need to learn more about the stuff that we want to know. We know that there are different types of landforms, and we know the landforms are made up of rocks and soil, and we know that there are different types of rocks like sandstone, lava rock, talc, calcite, and granite. Let's see what more we can learn about our landforms and rocks. Now it's time for a book. I just love reading books, man. It's so fun. You learn so much every time. The name of our book is called Introducing Landforms by a Bobbie Kalman. Yes, by Bobbie Kalman. Almost got tricked there. So as we read this, there's a few things that I want to point out. We won't read the whole book because there's a lot of information in here, but there's some points that are really helpful for our lesson today. Just to recap, we learned that landforms are made of soil and rocks, and there are different types of rock. Today we learned about sandstone, lava rock, talc, calcite, and granite. All of those things that we learned about, we know that they exist and can exist in different types of landforms, like mountains, canyons, valleys, caves, you name it, those types of landforms. Let's start with our first page. It says, How Earth Looks. There are 7 huge areas of land on Earth. The areas of land are called continents. The continents are North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Oceania and Antarctica. There are huge areas of water around the continents. The areas of water are called oceans. We knew that. Let's jump to this part. It says, the continents are Earth's biggest landforms. Landforms are different shapes of land on Earth. In some places, the land is flat. In other places, the land is tall and steep. There are many kinds of landforms on Earth. What shapes the land? Landforms are shaped by wind, fire, water, and ice. Landforms are also shaped by movement of the earth or under the ground. Some landforms are shaped by animals or people. The ones we talked about today are typically shaped by water or ice or air. All those things are factors for landforms being created. Landforms are different in different places. They make Earth interesting and beautiful. Without landforms, Earth would look the same everywhere. Look at the pictures on these pages. Are there landforms like these where you live? Look at this one. Or this one. Or this one. Or this one. He's in a cave here. This is a little tundra with a lot of snow. There's a plateau down here. Wow. Let's see. Now there's a lot of pieces of this book that I think are really important. They're going to help us understand landforms a little bit more. So let's see more about it. The first one is mountains. High mountains. Have you ever climbed a mountain? A mountain is a very high area of rocky land. It is wide at the bottom and narrow at the top. It has steep sides. Mountains that are small and not steep are called hills. This girl climbed a mountain. The mountain is rocky and steep. How did she get up there? Look at this little girl. She's making it happen. Let's see what else. What other landforms we can learn about in this book? Another one is valleys. This is what a valley looks like. All of that greenery, and it's just super flat. It says valleys are low landforms that are between mountains. They are also below mountains. Some valleys have curved sides. Valleys with curved sides are U-shaped. Other valleys have steep sides. Valleys with steep sides are V-shaped. These pictures show a V-shaped valley. You can see the V-shaped valley here. Curves through. Let's see. What other landforms can we learn about? Another landform are plains. Another landform is plains. Wide, flat plains. Much of the land on Earth is made up of plains. Plains are huge areas of nearly flat land. Some plains are covered in bushes or forests. Forests are areas with many trees. Other plains are covered in grasses and flowers. They are called grasslands or prairies. It's not common that we would find our sandstone, lava rock, calcite, and granite in a plain, but it's still important that we know about plains existing. Let's continue to learn a bit more. Here's our last one for the day. Deep canyons. Canyons are landforms that are also found in dry areas. Canyons are also much deeper than the land around them is. Many canyons have rivers running through them. The rivers wear away the rock in the canyons. Over time, the rivers change the shape of the canyons. Take a look at that canyon there, or this canyon here. Wow, the water helped make those. So we learned so much today. We learned about all the different types of landforms that could exist, and we learned about many of them. We didn't learn about all of them. There's so many. We didn't learn about things like deserts or other things. But we learned about canyons and volcanoes and mountains and caves, and we learned specifically that those are made up of rock and soil. And the types of rocks that we have, that we can always remember as we continue to think about landforms: sandstone, lava rock, talc, calcite, and granite. All those exist, and we learned about those today. Can't wait to see you guys next week to see more about what we learn about our amazing Earth and the science that's in it. See you guys later.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.